How's it going, East Tennessee? Hope you're having a good Monday and hope you stayed safe. And a lot of these storms that we had come through the area, a couple severe thunderstorm warnings that were called mainly for the damaging winds that were passing through. We had a peak wind gust of 87 miles per hour at McGee-Tyson around 4:45 p.m. And that actually tied a record from back in May of 2013 for the strongest wind gusts we have seen. But as we look forward, Tuesday and early Wednesday are going to have drier conditions, but as we get into Wednesday night, we're going to see storms pick back up and stick around through all of Thursday and Friday before we dry off into the weekend. But here's a look at those peak wind gusts: 87 miles per hour in McGee-Tyson, Camp Creek 53 miles per hour. You see there in Alpha and Hamlin County around 52 and 51 degrees in both Harrisburg and in Dayton, Sevier and Ray County. So a lot of gusty winds coming through. A little bit of damage had been reported as well. A lot of trees going down. So hopefully you guys are in a safe condition. But as we look forward, we still have wind advisories that are going to be going until midnight. Looks like the plateau is now in the clear, but as we get into the Western Valley, into upper East Tennessee, we still got that wind advisory for gusts getting up to 50 miles per hour. And for those of you in the mountains of Sevier, Cocke, and Blount counties, possibly gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So here's your futurecast right now, though. There's not too much to see. The rain has gone off of it. We're going to continue to see clear conditions as we get into the rest of your Tuesday. Looking at some mostly sunny conditions as we get through the entirety of the day. And that's going to continue into the evening and through your Wednesday as well. But again, as we get later into Wednesday night, that's when we're going to see those storms reappear. Wind gusts going to continue to be on the stronger end, some places sitting in the 20s and 30s. They're going to continue to slowly and surely calm down as we get through the rest of the night. You're seeing about 34 miles per hour there in Crossville, but we get closer to around 10 o'clock. A few places finally dropping in the single digits. You see 9 miles per hour in Wartburg and Rockwood, but that's going to continue slowly but surely, especially in the valley. We're going to see those places cool down until the warning ends at midnight heading into your Tuesday. Now, when it comes to rainfall and how much we saw, we're generally looking at around a quarter inch, a couple isolated places, maybe in half of an inch, especially as these storms moved in a line and gained momentum. We saw a lot of heavier downpours as they made their way from west to east. So that is something we'll continue to look at over the next couple of days. But tomorrow, going to be a beautiful day. Right now, we're going to see temperatures declining through the 60s and 50s. Lows going to be sitting in the upper 40s to the lower 50s before we head into tomorrow, seeing highs get around 72 degrees here in Knoxville. And really these next couple of days going to stay in the 70s, even when we have that rainfall on Thursday and Friday. But once you get past Friday, big old drop down into the upper 50s as we head into the weekend. Very strong cold front about to take effect, but still some pretty mild temperatures. Now, I mentioned that rain again, going to be going from Wednesday night all of Thursday and really most of Friday as well until we hit Friday night. Things finally quiet down. The system moves out of the way and we see clear conditions as we head into the weekend. Now, we are looking at the possibility for some severe potential as we get into your Friday. You see this possible elevated chance through much of the Southern Valley, getting into the mountains in upper East Tennessee. This is not definitive right now. This is about day 4, when usually we start to take things a bit more seriously once we get within 3 days. So this is something we'll continue to watch and make sure you're aware of what kind of hazards could be coming your way as we get towards the end of the week. One of them also being a flooding potential. Now, this is looking at Wednesday night into Thursday, but basically the entire valley, really the entire region, the plateau, the valley, even getting into upper East Tennessee, had that elevated flooding potential because of how much rain we're going to be seeing on Thursday and Friday. How much, you ask? Upwards of 3 inches. And you see that reaching up a little bit less we get to upper East Tennessee and on the flip side of the mountains, but upwards of 3 inches in most of the valley, even getting into the plateau. So we'll continue to find you guys a futurecast to make sure you are aware of what's going on as we look forward to the rest of the week. But other than that, we got the nice temperatures. So try and enjoy them on Tuesday and Wednesday before things get really rainy on Thursday and Friday. We cool down into the weekend, milder temperatures in the upper 50s to 60s, but plenty of sunshine.